If somebody was to hand you skinny jeans, they would have went off on you. Man, a medium shirt? Like, are you kidding? Now it's like, man, can I get extra small? You know, can I get those super tight jeans? I seen the kids doing that. And the thing that's funny is that they still want to sag like back in the day, but really they can't, so it's kind of like a hula hoop. But they still be walking like this thinking they're going to fall down. It's like they're not falling down, dude. And I be seeing them running, they be trying to... It's like, dude, come on now. I'm looking at now, you know, me and my wife, on our anniversary, we went out and we were walking around in shops and we were looking at various different things. And I'm like, are they about to make capri pants for men? We was looking at this, like, skinny jean capris? I mean, what's next? Men gonna be wearing pedal pushers? But if you notice, from a society standpoint, everything is intermingling. Sexes are intermingling. You know, colognes, perfumes are for both sexes now. The clothes, you could take, a man could take his pants off and give it to his wife, and she'll put them on, and you look exactly the same. Like, wow, these fit me good too. It's becoming real weird. When me and my wife was in the mall, we were looking around, and the thing that has become really blatant is how they're feeding us what they want for us to do. Me and my wife was looking, and we looked at a couple of T-shirts, and some of the T-shirts, I don't even want to help the world out in any way. But some of the T-shirts had certain characters of a movie that we would know that we watched in the 80s. But it's like, there's no way that a youth would really have a good understanding unless they were very well versed in movies, so on and so forth, because the movie was over 20-some years old. So, you know, I was telling my wife, like, that's interesting. I didn't see it at two different stores. I was like, I bet you they got a movie must be coming out soon. Went on my phone, typed in when the movie was coming out. 2012, the movie's coming out. They're planting the seed for you to go. So then we were walking, and we walked past some makeup, and then they had a particular comic book character that represented this particular makeup company. And so by that time, I'm like, you know, I'm intrigued. You know, I always look at things a little bit farther past what they try to make it seem like it's so innocent. So I'm looking like, okay, why would they use this particular character for this time? Well, let me go and check and see. Is this movie coming out? 2015, that movie's coming out. Now it's becoming their programming. So I went online and I was looking at a profession called consumer psychology. Consumer psychology is this. I study your flesh to find out what you want and how you want it. And to go even further, these psychologists, they've even went so far to make everything an impulse buy. You know, impulse buy, you know, you go and you grab your gum, you grab your some mints, whatever. This doctor, I don't want to say her name, but this doctor said that what they're trying to do now is not only do they want you to impulse buy everything, cars, big things, houses, and their whole premise is we want to make you think about it even when you're not there. So what they want you to do, and this is especially for my young adults and my teens, they want you to stay in a consistent state of unconsciousness. Because what use are you really except to further what they're doing, continue to buy what they're buying, continue to advertise what they're saying? Like my son was like, he was watching one of these little characters on TV, and he said, I want to go to the website because they got the website on TV. So now he wants to go to the website. So now he's at the website, and he's like, Daddy, how can I Twitter this? My son is 4 years old. I'm like, you don't got a Twitter, son. He's like, can I use your Twitter? I'm like, you're not sending out a tweet about some comic book character. They've gotten us to a point now where they say, you know what? We don't even really need to advertise. what we're going to do is we're going to brainwash individuals so that they advertise for us. So in them training our flesh, we have allowed ourselves to take it hook, line, and sinker. And sometimes we sitting up in church thinking about the car we're going to buy or thinking about what we're going to eat. And then all the songs start coming to your mind that you didn't see on the commercials. Then you start looking at your watch like, man, when can this be over? Because I got to go eat. And we're in such a state of unconsciousness. And even young people, they just be like, this young man, I was about to pull my car out. This young man, he walked right in front of my car and he stopped. He reached in his pocket and he's like, I'm like, I'm trying to back out. Consistent state of unconsciousness. But 1 John said that we're not supposed to love the world. Love, this particular statement, when he says do not love the world, in the Greek it's agapeo. What agapeo is love in a social or moral sense. How much do we love the world from a social sense? Oh, it's about being known, being seen. From a moral sense, how many of us look the opposite way when we see stuff that we know is not uplifting to God? Some of us will watch stuff on TV and it'll be a straight, not saying this is any worse sin than any other sin, because if you spreading rumors, if you lying, if you cheating, if you committing adultery, if you doing that stuff, it's just as bad. But we'll sit there and watch a TV show, dude be in high heels with some tight jeans, a cut-off shirt, hey. And we just watch it like, ooh, this is funny. This is a trip. But we won't look at it how God looks at it, as an abomination. We have got so comfortable in this world that we've just turned our back on a lot of stuff. Oh, you know what? Oh, God, you understand. I'll still watch it, though. You understand. Now, when he says that do not love the world from a social, moral sense, it says if anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. What that love is an affectionate love, a benevolence. So that love represents. It's agape love. How can you, from a compassionate standpoint, love sinners when you, from a fleshly standpoint, love all that goes on from a moral and social sense? It's impossible for you to remove yourself from that love to look at a person saying they need help. And in them needing help, they need God. We've come to a point where we're so adjusted to how this world works that we don't even look at it from how God would look at it. Now, there are two movies that came out, and one was about this family. This was during the 50s. They went down into a bomb shelter. They thought the atom bomb was going off, and while they were down in the bomb shelter, they ended up giving birth to a son. And gave birth to the son. They felt like finally, they thought a bomb had went off when it really didn't. So when the son was around 30, they let him come up because they thought that everything would probably be okay by that time. But when he came up, nothing had happened to the world. In actuality, it was a Caucasian family. They went down. When they came up, the beautiful neighborhood was a ghetto. You know how that goes. So when he comes up, he's like, okay, well, everything seems cool. I'm gonna look for my wife. So what ended up happening was when he stepped into this new world, first they looked at him like really, really odd. Like, who is this person? But over the length of the movie, you started to see how his morals, his attitude, how he treated women, how he treated just life in general, it made people want to know what is it about this person. It made the person appealing. Are we as Christians like that? Because we're supposed to be in this world, but not of this world.